Yes, that means you will not get your crypto converted to USD and vice versa. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5, staying alive here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well. Wow. What a weekend, right? Of course, banks wait until the weekend, right, to announce something on the Friday. And one bank that, basically helps out crypto exchanges has decided to announce something very important. Yes, they will not service USD to crypto or crypto to USD through exchanges. And what does that mean? How's that going to affect the market? How that's going to be a problem, or if it will be a problem? We're going to be talking about that in today's episode, making jokes, having fun, and talking about how to trade the current market at the end of the show of, the news rant that I'm doing. And you want to trade that, you can do so by heading over to okx.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. Also, head over to bybit.davincij15.com if you want to also trade it there as well. Okay, let's go on to, let's take a look at what's happening here. Silvergate suspended crypto payment networks. Shares fall after hours. Yes, the company is a public company, traded on the stock market, so they did get hit badly because that's a lot of revenue for them. Banks are a major rent-seeking operation. So with the movement of currency, they get paid. So if they can't move currency, they get paid less. If they lose a major portion of their rent, so obviously shares are going to drop. Okay, Silver Capital Corp said on Friday it made a risk-based decision to discontinue the Silvergate exchange network. It's a crypto payments network 2 days after the digital asset focused bank raised doubts about its viability. Effective immediately, Silvergate has made a risk-based decision to discontinue Silvergate Network (SEN). All other deposit-related services remain operational. Okay, so apparently they have decided to cut off exchanges completely. Now, how badly would this affect the current Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto network? I don't think it's going to make a big deal. There's plenty of other banks that around the world that will service USD with crypto companies, and yes, some will have to change to those particular banks over time, and that's just the way it is. Now, this bank, of course, it's in California, so it's in the United States. So it's probably getting a lot of regulatory pressure coming down on it. So this is why they probably said, okay, seeing the writing on the wall, so let's just walk away from this. And that's it. Now, some bad news, of course. Bybit suspended US dollar bank transfers possible linked to Silvergate shuttering crypto banking network. Now, I doubt that because here's why. Bybit does not service US customers. Since Silvergate's inside the United States, they probably only service US customers. They don't have to, of course. But they're most likely servicing only US-based customers. Since Bybit does not allow US customers, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And it's not connected probably. Because, if you read through the facts here, the exchange said that it will halt USD withdrawals via bank transfers from March 10th. So on March 10th. So they're giving people plenty of warning that, hey, you know what? We're cutting off the USD withdrawals for the same reason, while adding that users can still purchase cryptocurrencies using credit card. Bybit did not reveal the name of his partner that caused the service outage, but suspension follows California-based crypto bank Silvergate Capital Corp's announcement last Friday. Now, I doubt they have an interconnection. I wish I knew this about this on earlier, because I did do a interview with the CEO of Bybit on Friday, but unfortunately that was not Friday afternoon. But this announcement came probably late in the day for me on Friday, probably even like in late at night and Saturday, since it's a California-based bank, so that their time zone, by the time Friday evening came rolling around, it was late here on Friday for us. So that's why I couldn't have asked him those questions. But hey, here we are. I don't think Silvergate is connected, and I think it's just just coincidence basically. It's unfortunate coincidence, in my opinion. Text from crypto giant Binance revealed plan to elude U.S. authorities. Okay, maybe they do have text. This is like obviously a what's it called? Wall Street Journal, right? Hit piece, right? So this is why I tell you guys not to pay and subscribe to this nonsense, right? They're constantly telling you, hey, what you should not do, right? And if you do this, if you listen to them, right, this just looks like, oh my God, Binance, it's horrible. Better run. Got to sell everything. Okay, got to get out of there. Okay, all right. So that's what they're trying to do. And they're basically, this is all mainstream media is just an extension of the government at this point in time. There is no other way you can look at it, period. And in fact, this has been the way it's been for the existence of humanity. Basically, any kind of information source has been an extension of the government or people in power. Please get that to your head. Think about that for a second. Have that marinate in your brain and understand that no point in time the information you get from mainstream media is actually legitimate information. Okay, and so they go on to explain that they're probably just trying to crack, the lowest lawmakers are trying to crack down on exchanges and so forth, so that, hey, you know what, I think you should get out of crypto, right? Now, of course, they want to go after Binance because Binance is the biggest fish in the sea, and they want to, bring them down because, hey, you know what? They are not complying. Binance Global or International is not complying with all the U.S. regulations that exist. But they do have Binance US that does comply with all the regulations. Now, they want Binance to fall in line, even though they're, well, wait a minute, we're not under your jurisdiction. But yeah, but we want you to still fall in line anyways and do what we say and follow our rules to everybody else around the world. Why? Well, you know what? Government's all about control. Right? And one way to control people is to make sure you own and control all the media. Right? So, all right. Okay, moving on to another set of control mechanism. Ripple CEO warns of harm to the crypto industry if the SEC wins lawsuit over XRP. Yes, I have to agree with that statement, that it will be damaging in a sense to the crypto industry if they win. And the reason why they're suing XRP, so for those who don't know, right, is because, well, when they sold the XRP tokens, right, they sold it as beforehand to investors, right, to invest in, right, as somebody else is going to produce something, help build this network out into something big, right? So investors can buy it cheap and later on get it and then later on profit from it. Now, that was the case for most cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum. So yeah, there is a problem there. If the SEC does deem XRP a security, well, that same rule applies to Ethereum and a bunch of other coins. It won't apply to, for example, like Litecoin. For example, we know how they were saying, oh, Gary Gensler's, everything except Bitcoin is a security. You can't say that. Something like Litecoin did not come out based on, okay, well, buy this coin and you will receive money. The value will go up in the future and you'll earn more money. No, there is people behind Litecoin that built it, but everyone was free to mine it. Everyone was free to create it. As much Litecoin that they want from the very beginning to even today. So if that's the case, then it's not a security. It was not sold as, hey, buy this so that it can help me build as this system up or build Litecoin up. No, so it doesn't pass the security test. But who cares? The SEC does not care, right? That BUSD, right, which is a stable coin, meaning that if you buy BUSD, there's no way you can actually profit. They don't care. So yeah, the industry is being just rattled basically by the SEC. They don't care about what is a security and what's not anymore. But I have to admit, both at the Ripple and Ethereum. So I'm gonna say may, because I'm not gonna say with an absolute certainty under the securities rules. So I'm saying they may fall under it. Now Garlinghouse, right? He thinks that the SEC bringing the case against Ripple was not really just a case about Ripple or XRP. It's really about the industry. Yeah. Yes and no, right? When they brought the case against XRP, it was long before they started saber rattling. So this was specifically after XRP, but then they wanted to, of course, create a precedence with this particular case now that they are hunting for crypto. This is going to be a pivot for the whole industry, and I agree, it will be disastrous because they will eye Ethereum, they will eye other cryptocurrencies that are out there that might not make it through the SEC's wrath. So it's going to be interesting. But ever since they started charging Binance USD, BUSD was as a security, and Paxos had to stop the issuance of an asset that's connected straight to the dollar. It's just like, oh my god, it's ridiculous. That's like them stopping you using your air miles. Basically, it's absolutely ridiculous that you're using air miles to redeem flights, right? Because they do have a dollar value. They do. You can actually sell them to other people. Sell your miles to other people. So that means they have a dollar value. So that means they're security, right? No. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. He goes on to say that the macro headlines for me is this is not a healthy way to regulate an industry. Yeah, duh. They don't care. The SEC does not care about you. It does not care about the crypto industry. It only cares about itself. The SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, he only cares about making himself a name for himself, and that's it. And so keep that in mind. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way the ball bounces, and you have to live in this environment and do your best to survive it. Okay, let's head on to the price action with if you're interested in getting on the yacht with me, right? You will be able to get on the yacht. I'm gonna put this in the description, this link, but you can easily do so by add in the call premium when you're doing a search, and you can get a free call with me. But if you want to do the yacht, you can just go to the premium and find the yacht premium. Premium call, dinner, blah, 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 yacht. There it is. So if you have one of these, right, you can sign up for the yacht trip that I'm having on the 16th of March. Yes. And near closer to the end, if we don't receive enough participants, there's only going to be room for, I think, about 20 people, maybe a little bit more, from my Davitar owners, right? If you're interested, so you can purchase a Davitar, even a regular one, and then closer to the time, if there's room, we will allow some other people who just have a regular Davitar to join us. Alrighty, so with that said, let's get on with the markets here. Wow. Okay, the 4 hour just went sideways for a long time, and now the Bollinger Bands have tightened all through the weekend. There's a little bit of an action here where they just, basically wiped out the bulls and the bears. Earlier on the weekend, this is normal. The markets love to hurt the bulls and the bears on the weekends because it's low liquidity, so they like to play with the kids, because it's usually just kids playing on the weekend, and try to wipe them out. Okay, so with that said, right now, with this Bollinger Band tightening, Bitcoin is ready to make an explosive move up or down. Unfortunately, the Bollinger Bands do not tell you which direction it's going to go. It only tells you that, hey, an explosive move is due. It will probably have to go sideways a little bit before it explodes in a direction, but this is an indication that, hey, things are really winding up for an explosive move. The most likely direction right now is down, but this is Bitcoin. So you're going to have to watch out for which way you have to watch out. And the best way to deal with this is to trade it if it breaks above the $22,650. That's the breakout level, unfortunately. And if it breaks down below approximately there, that's the right $22,160. It's heading straight down to the next level, which is most likely to the next support level, which is the 21,565. Those are and then if it breaks up, actually, the target for this break up is right at the 200-day moving average on the 4 hour, 200 period moving average. Sorry. The 4 hours, so that's 23.22. So there's a lot of room for you to actually take this trade and move it and profit quickly. Make sure that you do take profits in either direction that it goes, because the market is very volatile and Bitcoin is ready to rock and roll. I think it's going to head higher over the next month or two. Okay, let's head over to Ethereum, but before I do, make sure that you head over to bybit.davincij15.com or okx.davincij15.com. Links are in the description and in the pinned comment below if you're interested in just buying Bitcoin or just owning some Bitcoin and Ethereum, or you want to trade. As you can see, Ethereum, again, same thing. We are tightening and touching the bottom of the Bollinger Band. Again, basically, we are looking at two possible if we break down below most likely this level here, which is the 1548, and then break above. Unfortunately, wow, that's going to be a killer. But yeah, it have to break above this, and once it breaks above that, the target is once again the 200 period moving average on the 4 hour. But yeah, there's a lot of you'd have to wait for a lot of room for this thing to move up. So whilst it's moving down, you can clearly see that the downward momentum is the most likely scenario. But lately, a lot of things have, this can turn into a BART and move right back up to the levels here. So it's going to be a fake out and straight up to a BART. So please be careful. Make sure you wait for it to break down before you actually jump into a short at this point in time. Even though it looks like both on Bitcoin and Ethereum that it looks like it wants to break down, it is too early to jump in on a short or jump in on a long in this. If you want to jump in and along, I would suggest in about well, if you're watching this live, you need to look at the market at approximately like not 4 hours, but 3 hours from now. You need to start going at the time, some shorter time frames, 3 hours, and see if there's any kind of reversal or what's going on in the market to see if it's falls or breaks down, or it tries to go the opposite direction based on, hey, you know what, some candlestick patterns or other kind of indications, basically, because yeah, this market's extremely volatile. It will chop you out heavily, so be careful when you're trading. Okay, thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here. It's just best that most of you out there just buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, not trade this market because it's brutal. It can chop you out. You can lose a lot of money in this market. So the best thing for you to do is just to use these accounts for buying and holding your own crypto, and forget about trading for most people. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.